like was it on Monday or last week Wednesday, upper week?
Hmm.
It happened on this day. That sometimes why you need to what you need to really understand is that every turning point that price is actually reacting from here. There was this group where my friend belongs. People were like lamenting on this day because price did a lot of this on that
Play tó ní
Wednesday.
ṣe
I
ní
can't
OCG.
remember the date, but price was doing exactly what you are showing me on the screen. And people were like, today is the worst day that they couldn't even pick a trade at all. Somebody now responded in the group that the only people that can actually trade this is Rhino and Yusuf. I was like, because we cut the hell out of this. This is one of the beautiful things I love. Why am I saying that? What you need to understand is that the moment this I got taken out,
Má pẹ́ o.
this MSU has already completed. Do you understand? The algo, as the moment we have true BOS, then we can expect to see another formation.
Okay.
Do you understand? So if this is reacting off a supply level, because what I'm doing is a ping pong, all right? There is huge possibility that there is no money down here. So if at all I'm in this cell, possibly there is price efficiency down here. So if I'm in this cell, all I'm just going to do is to watch how price deliver down here to see if it's still maintaining the bearish move. Do you understand? So I don't have any reason to be jumping into anything out here. It can happen, believe me. It can definitely happen like this. It happened on that day. All right. I think you should look for. Let me check the date so that we'll look at it from on the chart. Wednesday. So is there any other question?
Yeah. You want me to just keep going before you?
Keep going.
Okay. Okay, and then for the second algo pattern, where you would wait for the inducement here and then enter on this mitigation, does this point right here have to be in a supply or demand? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
you. Maybe it's just some, we'll just wait, I guess.
He's left. It must have been his connection. He'll probably join back. Oh no, he's back.
Yeah. Is he already back?
Yeah, he's just joined back.
Sorry, my internet.
That's fine. You can see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was asking for the second algo pattern, when you wait for the inducement of here, not here, does this point right here have to be in a supply or demand area?
It has to be a demand level.
So it has to be in another one right here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I had so I was gonna ask you what was the difference between price behavior and delivery?
Price behavior is giving you that fake BOS inducement into your supply level or demand level.
And then the behavior.
Yeah, into your zone, into your POI.
Okay. So the different. So delivery was.
Delivery is outside. Is moving away from that zone.
Okay.
This price is coming to your supply level like this. Delivery is getting out of the supply level like this.
Okay.
Delivery is when you begin to have constant mitigation outside of your zone. This is when you are having fake BOS inducements mitigation into the zone. All right.
Yeah. And then I had, so like I was going through the algo pattern, and I was seeing like the point of it was so we could trade the manipulation of just the higher low. But are we gonna get through like let me see. Are we gonna eventually learn how to just like relative equal lows? Like, do we just not get to that point, or how we'll trade that?
Okay, when you say relatively equal low, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is, if this is happening, depending on where it's happening actually.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you see this happening at your demand level, all right,
Mm-hmm.
price will do this as though it's going to take out the low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you need to pay attention to are the candles that form after the equal low. All right, if it's throwing a bunch of doji and it is respecting the lower wick, especially 50% of the lower wick like this, and
Mm-hmm.
price delivering to the upside. Do you understand? What that simply means is if you zoom in very well, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
see that okay, we will have manipulation set up on those candles, on those wicks.
Mm-hmm.
More like look at this. Possibly this wick didn't get to the 50% of this. Do you understand? Then what I have now on the screen is this. I have this fake BOS. I mean higher high, higher low. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So there is huge possibility that the candle that form after this might just spike down, mitigate the 50% and still reject to the upside. If I see this, then I'm taking my trade after this.
Mm-hmm.
This is simply telling me that this is fake BOS right here. Then this is my inducement down here, mitigation on the 50% of the week. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
It means what that simply means is that there is huge possibility that this week is not, this equal low is not going to be taken out. They are just trying to induce people also, or to deceive them not to join the trade. I've seen that happen over and over again. So when I see equal low being formed, and another thing you want to understand is that you want to see the value being the same, or this value is a bit, no, I mean this is lower to this, even if it is a pipette.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Sometimes you will see the relative equal low like this. This is still lower to this. All right, this right here is lower. Okay, so it means they didn't take out the money. They will still come back for it, but for the time being, it might just give you another 1:10. So when you see a trade like that, just especially when you begin to see those candles forming like this, it doesn't have to be a doji. It could be a big candle, a healthy candle, but you are going to see this kind of formation when you read closely to the candle. All right.
And when you said the entry for right here, right? That after that it tapped the 50% and then it closed bullish, you'll just market execute?
No, I won't market execute. Depending on how this candle closed. If this candle closed as a big candle, if it closes as a very big candle, then I can look for ways to enter, possibly at the 50% of the engulfing candle. But if the candle closed more like just this, like this candle, if it closes like this, what I'm going to do is sell to buy. I'm going to measure the open and the close. If price comes to this level, I'm going to pick it. But mostly the stop loss shouldn't be more than 2 pips. I can put my entry right at the open right here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do, because this is an inducement. I'm expecting to see a mitigation before price will continue going higher.
Okay. Yep. All right. And then I had questions about the POIs.
Okay.
The point, or your supply and demand areas. So this, let's just from right here. This was, how this is the whole order block from this wick to here, and then when price comes, are we waiting for it to we're drawing the order block, and then we find mitigation areas inside the order block? Is that what the point of the order block?
Yeah, I do. I mark everything like this. This right here. Sorry.
Let me stop moving.
Don't worry. It's all right.
All right.
Where is that? Where is the place? Okay, here, right? So just the way you've marked it, that's what I would do. Not forgetting that, okay, this is my 50% area. Do you understand? Because 50% is where money usually lies. So what I want to do is mark all these zones right here, because price can just come to this level and reject straight up, then begin to drop. But what I want to look at how price is behaving into this all these zones right here, all these levels. Do you understand? The behavior of price matters. Sometimes you will see a spike. When spike comes into this zone, this one right here, you might see rejection. If I see rejection and it's giving me the room to enter, I will pick my trade there. All right, just like what you see happen. See on this level, you see price rejected, right? Now, as it rejected, can you zoom in, please? Let me.
Yeah.
I want to see those candles. Now, when the price, you will see that we are still maintaining the lows. The lows are being protected. Do you understand? The lows are being protected. And here, this structure point will have actually moved price to the upside, but we took it out. All right. So when this happened, then I can say, okay, could this be my fake BOS? Then I'm expecting to see an inducement to the upside. Because what you want to understand is that price, it mustn't be this, that okay, this structure point that led to this low, that price will take out. Because we didn't have any structure point, I mean swing guy that led to this low after this level was taken out. Did he even take this one out? He didn't take it out, right? Did he take it out? Check it.
Yeah, I did by 1 pipette.
By 1 pipette. So that tells you that okay, that's your FBOS. Then I'm expecting this eye to be taken out also. Do you understand? So now what you need to understand that whatever structure point you have here, especially when you are looking at price when you are looking at the market from its price point, everything you see here is independent or on their own, because they are not relying on this structure. You can see microstructure going up from this low, right? When you are reading those candles, those wicks, we have this, I have this there, higher low. This, there is no structure point here. What I have here is the higher high right here. This is going to be like 15-second structure. All right. Sometimes when you see this, price will use it as the fake BOS. Sometimes now, why am I focusing more on that? Is because I have that base candle. That base candle is there, that black candle. Do you understand? When you go to a lower time frame, you're going to see a structure point there.
You want me to go lower?
Go to 15 seconds, please.
All right.
You see?
Yeah.
That's a structure point. So it means what I have on this time frame is this. I have this high, I have this low, I have this high, I have this, I have this. Do you understand? So price took this out by a few pipettes, all right, which simply tells me that okay, Gafar, prepare yourself for any possible opportunity. All right. So now, and when price took out this high in the past, this level that got taken out in the past, this is also going to be an inducement. That's structural inducement for this level that got taken out in the past. Do you understand? Yeah, go back to 1 minute. Let's see what we have on 1 minute. All right. So go back in time to this zone.
Where?
This zone right here in the past. This one right here.
Right here?
You know this. Oh, you cannot. Sorry, I thought I was here. This level right here. Go back in time. There is a structure point that made you to draw this. That made you to put that.
Oh, the supply. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that supply is a structure point that got induced in the past. That is a structural inducement also. Do you understand?
Yeah, I had structure. So yeah, it was the same algo pattern right here. It was high, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, inducement right here.
Yeah.
And then into I had
exactly, yeah.
Into here, I was basing this off of you and Yusuf's trade from this Friday.
Yeah.
And then buy here, and then again the same pattern. It was higher high, higher low, higher high, inducement, and it went up.
Exactly. what you need to understand is that every structural highs, lows can be induced. Once you see price induce them, just watch for what happened after. Especially when you are now seeing, look at this structure that we have here, all right? And we have something before that structure trend. I'm not. Despite the fact that this is my Rhino wicks, I'm not going to be expecting this to hold price when it is, because liquidity is, when this is standing in the middle of the market, then I'm not interested in any on that week. You understand? Because most people are also going to be looking at that zone that, okay, when price is coming down, it's going to respect this. They want to take the trade right there, but that's a liquidity level for them. They want to take it out and move the market to the other side. You understand?
Yeah. So even like for right here, so you know the algo pattern 2, where this would be the inducement and then the market would reverse here.
Yes.
Was there no confirmations from here to sell? Because you have the pattern and then you have the inducement right here.
What you should know is that same level is in the middle of the market. Anytime you see a high like that, no, not there. This previous, this high. You see this is in the middle of the market. Shrink your screen. Let me see.
You said what? My screen?
Zoom it in. Zoom it.
Oh, zoom in here.
Out.
Zoom out.
Yeah, zoom
out. More.
Now, what you need to understand, looking at this, we are delivering bullish, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So when you are buying when you are selling this, do you understand? I'm expecting this to be taken out naturally to get a new higher high. So I'm not going to, if at all I see any trade opportunity, I want to wait patiently to see if it's going to hold or not. Or if I mistakenly sell from here, what you need to see is that zoom out on this level here, zoom out and let's see what happened there. You'll see that price will be protecting the low. It might induce something and protect the low. You see that it's being protected. So it's telling me that, okay, this structure low look at it. This is what I have: lower low, lower high. I have structure point here. I have another high. So this low got taken out. Then we protected this. So if at all I sold from this level for this level to have been protected, it's telling me either quick break even as soon as possible, then see what's going to happen. Do you understand? That's what I could have done. But because I'm expecting to see a new higher high, then I don't have any reason to be selling that.
Okay.
Yeah. Make this right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a question for 1 minute. So right here, when price right here induced these equal lows right here, or there was, I tried to find a place for mitigation, but there was nothing. There was something on the 5 second, but it didn't hit from here. Everything here was mitigated. So after this inducement, there was right here. There's the break the structure, and then Tom is 2 breaks the structure, so you could just find it from all of these being broken. And then this buy right here from this ISC. Would you not take this because there was no mitigation from here? Because
there was actually mitigation there. There was actually mitigation. Go back and use this horizontal line. Use an horizontal line here. Then we'll go back on that level. All right. To the week.
Wick.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go back in time, because I remember I think I bought from that level. I bought straight from that low, I guess. Okay, this is the zone, right?
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, right here.
Right there, right? Kindly zoom your. Okay, go to 1 minute. Yeah. You see that candle, right?
This one?
Where's the horizontal line you use?
Right here.
Right here. Now, if you use your fib on this, what's that? 50%.
Oh,
Right
the wick.
Right away. If you use
Oh.
your fib on where this rejected, it rejected from that week also. Did it get to the week right here? I guess so. But one thing you should know is that week has money inside always. Is it at the 50%? Did it get to the 50% of that week? Yeah, it is.
For this one, yes. For this one, I think
yeah. It did. So if that's where price came back to mitigate. All right. So what happened here? Let me quickly explain that. This was once a liquidity that was supposed to be grabbed. This right here. This right here. That's the follow for you. By now, this week should have even come for the percent before you move. Because when I see this kind of rejection, you see here, price clearly gave me what I have. Where is the term right here? Where is my term on this level? Let's look at it together. I have my term. Where is the term gonna be? Term actually happened right here. See, right here. So this is the price that I was supposed to mitigate the 50% of the whole zone. Where is the first term? Let me look for where the first term. This is the first term, and this is the second up here. Do you know why I'm saying that?
The structure, on the like lower time frame, this would be a structure point, and this would be the second structure point, and then both breaking is transfer of money.
Yeah, that's transfer of money, but not because of structure, but because this is the lower wick that led to this high. Lower wick, because this doesn't have a wick up. This will have been my first candle structure. This, do you understand? This will have been the first term transfer of money, and this will have been the second one from this low up here. You can see those candles didn't have wick. They don't have wick right there. This does not have a wick. Those are left. Those are done on purpose. Believe me. This does not have a wick. Right now, you see this wick. This is lower to anything you see inside here. Is lower. Do you understand? As it is lower, then what you want to do is that because this does not have a wick, you shift your attention from this to this, and this is the high. This low led to this high. Do you understand? So that's going to be your first level of structure point, and the second is going to be this right here. All right. So this is where your term happened. And I said, when you see a term transfer of money in the market, kindly measure from this high down here, and let's see if price actually came back to mitigate the 50%. No, not this last level. This one right here. Okay. Yeah, where the first term happened. Yeah, that to the low. Yeah, to the low of that week. Move it, stretch it out. Let's see where. Stretch it to where price came back to that zone. Yeah, that's your turn. No, not there. To this low, right here. This is where price came back to. No, sorry. Yeah, it has to be here because this is where the term happened, not here. Do you understand? This is where the term happened. Now, what do you see? Price came right back to the 50%. Even if you miss this, you don't have to fret over anything. Just understand that price is going to come back to the 50%. But how would you have entered your trade here? Then that's where another, because if this is above 2 pips, I'm not interested. Do you understand? Because after it come, believe me, I will have entered from this level up here. Do you understand? I will have taken something out from this market. Then when this price is now coming back down, then I want to look at what exactly fall within my 50%, which is where this candle, right? Which is where I'm having this candle, this doji that fall within the 50% of the transfer of money. Do you understand? So now I can now take my trade based on this. Stop loss. That. I don't know if it's making sense.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, I understand.
All right. So this is where your term happened. Because all these candles don't have wick. You see that? This does not have a wick. This right here does not have a wick below. That's why I have to come all the way up here for my transfer of money. If they had, you want to say something?
Yeah. So, but so if you're reading like the price action of this candle, so like, let's say this from this gray candle right here,
Yeah.
it bought up and then sold down, and then the candle opened here, and then let's say it went up and sold down, then same thing, up, down,
Yeah.
and then right here, from this candle, it sold all the way down, came back up here and closed. How is this not a structure point for Tom?
Because that doesn't have a wick. Now, when you don't see a wick is an indication that okay, I have a lower low, lower high like this. This has a wick below. This has a wick at the top. More like this. Look at this. This you have a wick. You have a wick here. Then the next candle that form gives you this, a wick up there, a wick low. So if I see this, I am having this structure point right here. This is an hidden supply. Supply. This is an hidden. But because this does not have a wick above, this candle right here doesn't have a wick above, then what I have there is that's from this wick down to this low is one candle. Do you understand? That is one candle because I don't have a wick to justify this hidden demand, hidden supply rather. Do you understand? So it must have a wick. That's why I have to skip so many candles right there. This does not have a wick. So this is the lower candle and this is the highest. Because this is what I have here. This candle from this up came all the way to this low. Let me delete that one. From this high, this is what happened. We came all the way to this low, then we close here. Do you understand? Then the next candle now did this. So that's why my first level of what? Turn, the second level right here. Because of those weeks, so that's why you couldn't say, okay, that's where your turn happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
So now, the rejection you saw where this price came to the 50 is because of the money that was left in this candle inside of that week.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. But if let's say there wasn't a let's say if there was no mitigation here, if I couldn't there's nothing and it was just empty space, I would not buy here. You would say not to buy?
I will buy. I will definitely buy. Price is already good. So if I'm buying, I'm not holding for like forever. Do you know how I pick my trade? Any trade I pick at the swing, that's the only trade I leave for swing. I mean to swing. If I'm buying within this level, I know there is still money below here. All right. What I'm now looking to see is that, okay, I'm looking to my left to the previous data that, okay, where do I have money left? So on this level, possibly any trade I pick within this level. In fact, after this I got taken out, that's where I'm going to be uploading my the buy that I took to the level. But this one, if I was able to cash this, then I will just break even and partial out on that at that level. Because I know there is still money on this week. Do you understand? Don't worry, I will still talk more about the weeks. That's Rhino weeks that you get to see a lot of hidden stuff inside of the week.
Okay. All right. Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah, bro.
But let me check if I had any other questions.
Okay. Look, I hope you are getting value from this.
Yeah, good. I actually took, do you know that when you was breaking that down, I actually took that buy. I think I took it because looking back now, I've obviously have other reasons, but there was also like a fake BOS and inducement.
Oh, okay.
But I took that buy, which you were saying earlier, so that's good.
Which one? This one?
No, when one we was breaking down earlier to the left. I'll quickly
yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Where it says mitigated there, I got in. But I saw it as an inducement to the left. And then I saw that from that low.
Induced this structure point,
Yeah, and then also the candle which it mitigated induced, if you go down to the 1 minute on it, induced
Give me 1 second. Like, it's slowing down.
No worries, mate.
No problem. Lima, I hope you are getting 1 or 2 things from that.
Yeah, I'm following.
All right, brother.
But yeah, so it induced that low after we had this BOS. So we've got the fake BOS there, and then we've got this inducement of this low, leaving this
Okay.
candle, and then we've got the change trend up there as like a higher confluence trend, and then I took it off this.
Oh, okay.
So I took it there. But I wouldn't have seen. I wouldn't have. How would you have known to take this as a point of interest, or would you have waited for the reaction and then looked left and then saw that it mitigated 50% of that?
Yeah, I'll wait for a reaction first. I don't use. I hardly use limit. Maybe 10% of the time I use limit.
But would you have when price was happening? Would you have already had this zone marked out, or would you have seen that price was reacting?
The moment price left that zone, left that week there, I will have marked it. I will annotate it on my chart. I will annotate this right here. I will annotate this. Do you understand? I will also annotate this. So now, if I annotate this, I already know that okay, if price is coming back down, this is going to serve for what? An inducement, then possible mitigation on this.
Okay. Yeah, no. So you have like quite a few point of interest marked out, and then you just see how price reacts when it gets to there.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Let me see.
So I want you to also focus on one pair. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Because trading one pair is better than you moving from one pair to the other. I'm telling you, it gives you peace of mind because you understand the behavior of the pair. So anytime, any day, you'll be able to cash whatever you want to cash.
Okay. All right. I had another question for price right here.
Okay.
So first, in the beginning, you said that like once the inducement happens, so the algo pattern by higher high, higher high, inducement or fake BOS inducement, you said all the cells down here to here you could take, right?
No, if I'm selling there, if I'm selling at this level, then I want to see if I'm going to see, because what happened here, we've already this has already completed fulfill its purpose. This one right here. This inducement, mitigation, this is the true BOS right here. So anything could happen after that. But because if you look at higher time frame, you will see that okay, price is only coming back to this level to mitigate this level. All right. No, you cannot see my word, sorry. Only came back to this zone to mitigate. Do you understand? Let's go to 15-minute time frame and see what we have. All right. So now that I have this, my bias was that okay, this price that is doing this, we are taking out the highs and lows, or mostly we are inducing all the highs. This right here, I marked it out, but I didn't take the trade. This one right here, I marked it. I think I was done for the day already. Do you understand? Here, this was when my trading day ended on this day. All right. So now when I saw this happen, I said, oh, if I was on the chart, I would have caught that. That's not the case. Now, what you need to understand is that right here, we're protecting the high, right? The highs have been protected, but the lows were being taken out. Do you understand? So now for price to be doing it, and if you go to 4 hours and daily time frame, you will see that price has been giving us what? Descending channel. Right? More like a wedge. Go to 4 hours time frame and see. So you have a clear picture of what price is doing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You see, this is a wedge. Because on the daily time frame, price is already efficient. Everything is already efficient on the daily time frame. But on this particular time frame, what we were doing is that we're having this lower low inducement. So this inducement led to a new lower low. Do you understand? So when that happens, what are we expecting after the inducement? We're expecting to see a mitigation. And if you measure this price came to the 50% of the week, that rhino week. So that's where price mitigated there. Then what happened? You will see true BOS here. So after the true BOS, you expect to see another inducement. Sometimes price might mitigate like 2 times. Let's say this is what you have. You have your fake BOS inducement. Sorry, you have your fake BOS right here, down here, then inducement, price drops, right? When price drop like this, sometimes you will see mitigation here. This is expected, all right? Mitigation drop again. Then after this drop, sometimes price will want to, especially if there is still money yet to be tapped up here, all right? Price will mitigate, induce this high, mitigate whatever we have left or up above the inducement level, all right? When you see this, you expect to see another mitigation like this. So all the mitigation price is leaving behind, is leaving them for another inducement, except we got to a major zone that will now make price to take out everything that was left behind. Based on this, because we are in a wedge like this, so expect anything to happen. So we have this that led to this new low, but before the low was created, we have this. You see this? The second variation of what? Of our what?
You said.
You see that? Did it? No, sorry. It's not. It's not. Let me try. Zoom in rather. Let this chart be big, okay? So what we have is that what?
You said you want me to zoom in more, is this fine?
Don't worry. It's okay. It's fine like it. Now use on this level here, because this led to another low. This right here led to a new low. We left something behind. This high was left behind. The reason you saw this came to the 50% of this, right? Now, this now led to a what mitigation that led to this high. Everything is already programmed. So when you see that, it simply tells me that, okay, because this was an inducement in the past, all right? This was an inducement in the past that led to what? That led to this BOS. Price just decided to what? To induce this. Everything was marked. There was money on this. I marked everything on this day, but because I always trade 5 hours per day, so price has already I was already done for the day. So that's why I could not even look at anything again. I think that's what happened. But I never expected this to be induced again easily. I was expecting this to lead to another low, but it didn't lead to a new low. All right.
Yeah.
But because what happened is just for price to induce the upper, and because there is still money left above here, that's why that happened. Okay. And if you measure this on the daily time frame, the price came back to the 50% of the week. That's to tell you that every week you see in the market, it is very, very important. They are important. You have to just pay attention to them. There is always money within them inside the week before they take the eye of that week, before they induce it. All right. So
yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Now look at this here. You'll see that price could not take out this low. The reason for this price to push up like that, we couldn't take out this candle this week right here. It was supposed to lead to, I was expecting it to lead to a new low, but price was struggling within that region. So then expect anything like this.
Okay. I think I only have a couple entry questions after that. It's just
okay.
Or not POR. So over here, I don't know if you took these same trades, but these are trades that I seen Yusuf post on his Instagram, and I just didn't understand why he would enter certain trades. So, like for example, for this one right here, yeah, let me do this real quick. So for this trade right here, I know that since we were in we're in the algo, the buy, higher high, higher low, higher high. The inducement we could buy up until here,
Okay.
and then, but I don't understand how he chose this POI. I couldn't. I even went to the second time frame, but I couldn't find like how he picked this POI.
Oh, all right. What happened here is that look at this level. This was what your demand zone.
Mm.
The moment this high got taken out, that's your demand zone.
Mm-hmm.
But within that demand level, you have this other demand right here.
Mm.
Do you understand? So what happened here is because price is already efficient.
Mm.
Right? Because this, if you go to a higher time frame, this clearly came back to mitigate a higher time frame structure. Go to 1 hour. Let's see what we have on 1 hour here. You see that price is already efficient on 1 hour. You see, this is 1 hour. This is the high, and price came right back to that. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It means price is already efficient. Price can decide to continue higher. So when you go back to where you came from. So now when you see this, for price to have done this, when we have a new high, I'm expecting that low to be taken out. All right.
Uh-huh.
I'm expecting this low to be induced for higher prices. But in case price fail to induce this low and still give me another structural high, do you understand? Then I'm expecting inducement on this low. Every time price is giving you a new high, this is expected to be induced first, but if we fail to induce it, we mitigate it. All right, like this. If this happens, then I'm not expecting this low to be taken out, despite the fact that I still have money down here. See, I don't give a shit. Price is already efficient on the higher time frame. Remember, higher time frame intention controls every other thing. Do you understand? So on this time frame, it's already efficient for me. Do you understand? Okay. Everything is efficient, but I still have buy money next year, right? In case price wants to come down, but based on what the narrative price is already giving me, I'm buying. I bought it with you. Almost the same thing you so posted. I took the same thing. He called me on this day. He said, "Are you peeping on my screen?" He was telling me that why is it that every trade? I said it's because I'm saying the same thing you are saying. So it's very normal. Do you understand? Do you understand what I've just said? Yeah. Hold on, don't go. When you have this, you have a bunch of what? Money down here. It doesn't matter whether price comes for this or not. The moment this high leads to another high, I have this low, I have this high. Do you understand? This was supposed to be induced before price will continue going higher. But because price didn't do that, I wouldn't buy on this. All right, when this price is coming down, I will not buy. All right. Now, when it now gave me another high, it is telling me that, okay, everything down here is, for the time being, is already efficient. All right. So on the higher time frame, you can see on 1 hour, we don't have any inefficiency on 1 hour, only on the candle, on the wick rather, that we have below here. Do you understand? So now this is telling me if I have another high like this, I'm going to be looking for any trade opportunity here. Do you understand? So now what happened here is that price only came back to mitigate this week right here. Let me see. This week, if I'm to enter my trade there, this is how. Kindly measure the 50% of this right here. Oh, the last bullish candle there before the
this one.
Yeah,
the whole candle or the wick?
Yeah, from the top to the wick. So 50% of that level.
60.
That's the entry. That's the stop loss there. Do you understand?
Why did you choose this candle right here?
Right there? No, there is no reason. I just feel that okay, because by now I should have chosen what? The wick. Right, but the 50% of the wick seems to be already to be induced, to be mitigated. Kindly measure the 50% of that bullish wick down with here. Delete that first.
I delete it, or I could just move this.
Just adjust. Yeah.
Oh.
50%, then stretch it out. Okay. Price didn't mitigate it, right?
From here or from here?
From the first mitigation, yeah. Yeah, the first candle, bearish candle that came back to the zone. Did it mitigate it?
Yes.
No.
It didn't
Wait.
mitigate it. It missed it by a few people. Now, based on what I said yesterday, 50% of the 50%, that's what happened here. All right? 50% of the 50% happened. Now, you will see that this could not go below this week. Did it? Check it.
No.
It didn't. So that's mitigation on that week also. So it's normal. If at all I want to put my stop loss, it's still going to be below the structure. Below that low. So that's exactly the entry there. This is your what? This is your fake BOS right here. Then this is your inducements. Okay. This is the inducement. Mitigation came from somewhere here. That's just it.
Okay.
Right? And look at it. We induced this candle also. This candle right here. This low got induced.
Yeah.
I took the trade. I remember I took it.
Okay. So right here for this, or once it came up to this point in the this mitigation area, I couldn't find any I don't understand Tom really well, but I couldn't see if there was any entries that you guys could have captured. Were there any entries in this right here?
I mean, I stood there. Did I sell? Let me see. What time of the day? Oh, your time. Let me check my charts. Let me quickly check my charts and see.
What time is London session for you?
What day was it?
This was Friday.
Friday. All right. Yeah, Friday. I want to see the time.
What time? Huh? What time is London session for you?
Okay, yeah, it's 9:38 my time. 9:38. So I sold it. Why I sold that is because price tapped the zone already. That supply. Go back in time to see where the rejection is coming from. You see that? That level, that level, yeah. You see price is coming. Now, when I see this, look at it. When I see this, when I see that happen, like, okay, this is my zone. And before price break the zone, it left some structure points there. I'm going to pay attention so that when price is coming back to this zone, sometimes it will react right straight from the open of this zone. All right, more like this. Price will react like this. It can continue going down. This is higher time frame what? Structure points. Do you understand? It means it's already efficient. Just the same thing done on 1 hour. But this right here is a lower time frame what? Zones. This is the grant. This is the grant to this. Okay. So if price is not dropping the way I want it, then and it's still giving me room, especially if it's giving me behavior into this zone, then I'm going to what? I'm going to see if there is rejection here, just like how we had this rejection up here. You see this? This is that rejection is telling me that okay, and look at it. This is your fake VOS. Then you are expecting this side to be taken out. This thing gets the zone. This right here. So I don't have any reason selling from this. I was just waiting patiently for price to tap into that zone, and then tap it, then rejected. This weak rejection matters to me a lot. This weak rejection, and if I'm looking at this weak rejection, I also want to see that the candle that got into this zone has a weak low. If it doesn't have a weak below, I'm paying little attention on that. Like this rejection up here. If I see this, then I will wait to see if price is going to mitigate this. Or possibly if I see price coming back, the first thing you want to understand is that price got into your what? To your supply level. And before that, there is what? There is price behavior into the supply level. So that's what I would consider. That's why I'm going to be considering that. Now, and how do you enter is when sometimes you can just I can execute when price is coming back here, then either use 1.5 pip stop loss. A bit above because we might want to weak this place, this high again before price will start dropping. All right. But if price drop like this, the price drop and is now coming back, I'm going to take it. Despite the fact that I still don't have a turn.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Despite that, because if turn is going to happen here, this is where this is the first level right here. Oh, sorry, here is the first level. Then this is your turn. This is where the turn happens. Do you see where I said the first level of turn is this week right there? That's the what first level, and this is the last, or this one right here. Anyone there? So I'm expecting price to come back to the 50% of this whole range. If at all I miss everything here, do you understand? Believe me, I sold up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is where the turn happened. Here, right here. That's where turn happened. So kindly play it. Let's see if price came back to this level or not.
It didn't. Price came back here later to this right here, but it never.
Oh, it never came back to that. Okay.
No. And then
the reason that price didn't get to that high is possibly, look at this. We have this. This price mitigate this.
I think it missed it by a pipette. I think.
Oh.
Let me check.
Friday. Let me check my.
Right here.
Okay. Yeah, I see. You missed it.
Yeah, by pipette.
Yeah, missed it. So that's how.
Oh wait, no, actually, it touched it. It says right here the high is 17811.
Okay.
178. Oh no, this is 17822 or 12.
I want to.
Okay, yeah.
You missed it by pipette.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay.
Fine. It's normal. It's normal for this to happen in the market. So that's it.
And then I had a question for this part right here. Give me 1 second. So for price right here, it had a small like algo pattern on the 15 second. Like this was this lower high, lower low, or lower low, lower high, lower low.
No, you know what? You don't have to go to lower time frame. Don't worry. I want you to screen your eyes on 1 minute. I don't go to seconds time frame. Do you understand? You are going to seconds time frame. You are not because what if you don't have access to seconds time frame on your phone, and you don't have access, you are not close to your laptop. Are you saying you won't be able to discover the pattern?
No.
I can't remember. Even when I started learning this algo of a thing, okay, I think at the beginning I was going to 15 seconds, 30 seconds. But as time goes on, I was able to master it. So that's what I want for you to. Don't go to seconds time frame, right? We can actually read everything on the candles that is presenting to us. Go to 1 minute. Yeah, bro.
So the main question from that I was going to ask was, I guess the 2 minute. This was the mitigation area I was looking for, because price induced like the structure here. Would you just limit this area right here and just enter? Would you enter off of this because this was the inducement it left, and then the mitigation right here? Would you enter?
It depends on the mood. Go back in time, because once I see this, the very first thing I want to check is that what do I have to this left right here? Do you understand? I want to question that. Okay, what happened here for price to have done this? Because I know quite all right that, okay, this is my what? Fake BOS and inducement. So price drop. All right. Sometimes I might just, if I see any reason, looking at this week, it might mitigate that previous week, but it didn't get to the 50%, I guess. So now the first thing I want to ask myself that, okay, where is price rejection of this zone? All right. So I clearly understand that, okay, this was once a demand level that got taken out. All right. So price only came back to that level. It means this is your what? Buy to sell. Do you understand? Price mitigated is straight off. when this happened, then and price is coming back up and it's giving me reason to sell, I will definitely sell from that level.
What I saw from that as well, I thought, do you know, we had this rejection here from this high as for supply come in and then demand took over here. And then
Okay.
we didn't come back down to mitigate this to the 50%, and then it did there. And then we get a fake BOS, an inducement here. And then so demand didn't then hold, supply took over, and then
exactly. Nice one.
Just following.
So it's either I sell from that level or I wait for price to come back, right? Because by waiting for turn, where is turn gonna take place? I have this right here. I have this other one, but I will wait for this turn to be here. Then mitigation on 50% of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all the questions.
I hope I answered them correctly, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I got everything.
Awesome. Look, how about you? Do we have any questions? I think this question session is even better. I love it. I'm not doing more of the talking.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right for questions.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
Lima, Lami, do you have questions before we move on? Lami messaged me that she might not be able to talk with you. So, Lima, do you have any question?
Hello.
Yeah, bro. Evening, kindly transfer the host back to me. Let me get access to my. Thank you.
Yep, I made you host.
Awesome, thanks, bro.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, Lima, do you have questions?
Yeah, I was actually confused as regards what happened on July 20.
Come again.
July 20, that's 20th of July.
20th. Okay.
Yes.
What time?
That should be from 11 o'clock.
Nigerian time?
Yes, Nigerian time.
Okay. Here?
Yes.
All right.
Exactly. So I'm trying to understand how that sale came about. That's this place.
What sale? You're trying to understand what?
I say how the entry for this sale.
This one right here.
Exactly.
Okay, did I sell it?
I'm trying to get the explanation of how.
Okay, on this level.
The market dropped from that level.
Oh. First thing you want to understand is that this right here is your what? Is your supply level, right?
Okay.
And if you measure the last week, 50% of the week, you see that? That week was supposed to be respected, one, when price was coming down, like this, to the upside. We broke it. We broke the money down here, all right? So it means your demand turned supply right there, because there is nothing here. People will be like, well, price didn't mitigate anything here. This, don't forget that this is still your supply level. Yeah. And for this to have happened, price also induced this structural high. That's your inducement. Inducement can happen in the past structure. Okay, it doesn't have to be the present time that you form this, and you can actually see what a push to the upside then induce previous high. Do you understand? So it's very possible. If I see this on this day, if I'm in my right sense, that I'm going to be selling. Do you understand? So because now this is what happened there. We have this home zone is your what is your supply level, and right at the 50% of the supply level, this is the 50% right here. you see where that price actually is. This right here. So I'm looking at this zone very closely now. Okay, anything could happen within this supply. This one right here that I have there. This. So I will be watching that closely. Do you understand? So what happens is that okay, this is the 50% of that zone. Then we left this structure point there for a reason, and we took it out. All right. So when it was taken out, then price might come back. Might not a must for it to come all the way back to this level, but it continue lower. You can actually mitigate the open right here, continue lower. Can as well go, okay, it got to the 50% of this. Do you understand? And if you see, we still have what? We still have money high here, but it doesn't matter. This is the what?
Yeah, I was looking at
This
that.
is the what? This is buy to sell. This got mitigated. It means price is already efficient there. Don't get carried away by what the imbalance up there. All right, that's what I was talking about the other day, about the what inefficient pricing. Sometimes when you see this open is mitigated. All right, price might just leave a bunch of money up here, but on the higher time frame, this is already efficient. It means this level is already efficient. This money that we have left here might be what might just be there for another day. Do you understand? So
is that same principle, does it apply to the sell over here?
Which? Yes. Everything, price will definitely mitigate. Something is there that it mitigated. Look at this. That week. It mitigated that week. I'm going to zoom in now or out, whatever, whichever one it is. Now, if you want to mark your supply level right here, I know how you are going to mark it on that tiny zone. This is what we will do, isn't it? Do you understand? But anytime I see week below, I always consider the week. I always consider that week, then stretch it out. All right, because most time when you see a zone that you have that week below there, just like when you have this low and you see that okay, that low got taken out but left a week within that level. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to be paying attention when price comes to back to that level. If it's giving me any reason to enter anything, I'm going to pick it. If I thought I cannot use I cannot use my limits down here, up here. I want to see rejection. I will possibly wait for turn to happen. And the turn happened, definitely it happened. Let's quickly look at where turn happened at this level. So when price rejected, I hope my class is not boring. Look.
Yeah, it's fine, mate. It's good.
All right. So we have this other. But if you are seeing those weak to be on the same level, yeah, this is okay. This does not have, okay. Now this is the one we have. We have this. We have this right here, and we have this exactly. Yeah, that's where my term take place. I'm not going to be considering this because it's the one that actually got rejected from that zone. Do you understand? So I'm going to be considering this as the first level of term, the second level, this high and this low right here. So don't get confused by the structure point. This is not a break of structure. Some sometimes can happen before the break of structure. Do you understand? Sometimes it can happen at the same level as break of structure. So if this is my first level and I measure from this low up here, let's see if price gets to the 50% or not. I'm not sure it got to the 50%, but taking your trade off the open and so I can actually take my trade off the open, especially this level that was right here. See, so I can take my trade off anything there. Do you understand? And this price, I guess it got to the 50% of this. That 50% is very crazy. Of that inner week. Yeah, bro.
Do you always take it off the open then if your stop loss is like 2 pips or less?
Yeah, if I measure the open and it's not more than 1.5, just like this trade, it's going to be like 2 pips or so. Oh, it's more than 2 pips. It's going to be like 2 point something pips. All right, this is 3 pips. what I would do is that I'm not going to be entering at the open of this level. I can now say, okay, I'm going to be using 50% of the 50% like this right here. If I do that, it's going to minimize my. Do you understand? Do you see what I've just done?
Yeah.
It's going to minimize my risk.
Yeah.
Okay. So 50%, that's going to be my entry. Then stop loss, but it's too much. It's too big. It's too big.
Okay.
It is too big for me. So what I would do, I would just make sure it doesn't because it doesn't come below what my above my 2 pips stop loss. I can just adjust it, move it a bit above above 50% of the wick, the upper wick. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Above 50% of this wick up here. All right. So I do that sometimes. I do a lot of crazy things, bro. So that's what I would have done, and everything is the same, bro. The same.
Hello.
Yeah, bro. I can hear
Yeah,
you.
please let's check July 15.
July 15. What time?
Around 6 in the evening.
No, I will not trade around.
No, I just want to know, just in case something like that happens.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm looking at these levels. This area.
Which area there?
Yeah, this area.
Can you annotate, please? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to understand, getting an entry like this for a buy scenario.
There, right?
Yes.
Okay. Based on what I'm looking at, I cannot pick any trade. I don't even, because I don't know where I'm standing in the market. Do you understand? I need to understand the previous data, what I have in the past, to see what I can take my trade off within that zone. Do you understand? So that's number one thing I want to do here. So as price is approaching this level, look at this. This was, if I want to mark that zone, this is the grand demand level there. Then my 50% is here, right? So now within the 50%, I have this. I have this right here, right? That's how I'm going to be marking my zone. And believe me, on this day, this is exactly what I marked. And within that, I still have this. Do you understand? I have this. You see how I'm marking those zones? This is telling me that, okay, if price gets to the grand 50% of this whole zone, then I want to see the behavior of the price within that zone. Now, as price is approaching that level, I want to begin to look for my fake BOS inducement. Do you understand? Yes. So on this level, do I have a fake BOS or not?
That was what I was trying to look for.
Do we have fake BOS or we don't? If they do have fake BOS, all right, awesome. So now I have that there.
Okay.
Right. So I have that. When I have this kind of move, what I just want to see is that, okay, price is either a reject from this or you reject from this level. At anyone, price will not just react off nothing. So what I want to see is that, okay, this zone, the last zone I marked, what is within that zone, right? I want to see. Now I can see this tiny candle right here. Okay, this tiny candle, I can see that. All right. So now, if I see that, okay, price rejects off this, then sometimes I can set my limits there if it's not above 2 pips. Believe me, you guys don't know what I do. I do some silly things, but if it is above, then see, it is very, very above my 2 pips stop loss. I'm not interested in that limit. Okay. Now, what I just want to see is that, okay, did price get to this or not? I'm not sure it got to it. Did it not? It didn't get to it. So now it clearly didn't get to that zone, but I see that rejection, that sharp rejection. One, the stop loss is going to be big for me. All right, so I'm not going to be picking this trade. All right, this I'm not going to be picking that straight up. If I pick it, it means I violated my rules. Do you understand? Now I want to wait for Tom on this level. And where the Tom happen? Where the Tom happen? This is where we have our Tom. We have this. I know. We have this. Okay. First level, right? Let me confirm it. I don't want to be saying nonsense. Okay. There is first level here, but I just want to use the structure point there. Right? Structure point, structure point. This is your Tom, and your entry is coming right here, either at the 50% or whatever you have left. Okay, but on this day, I'm not sure I got into the trade. But
No.
because this candle is big, because is that what?
The candle is big.
The candle is big. What I will be waiting to see is that, okay, I'm going to be waiting to see, and because there is no what, there is no rejection on that bearish candle. So I wouldn't have said, okay, I want to take anything. And this clearly didn't what? Didn't engulf it. I didn't be it engulfed it, then I would have said, okay, I will measure the 50% of this for my entry. All right. So clearly price didn't come back to that level. But when price is now going, what happened? We have this, and price move out. Okay. So now as it is moving out like that, is either I said, okay, let me see if this zone is going to hold or not. Right? But here, down here, price might still come back for it later on. Sometimes you can miss a trade like that you will not even give you any room to enter. It has happened to me, it has happened to my friend. So is it that we don't know how to pick it? Not that, because there's no room for entry. So you can just leave it to go, see what you can look at it. Yeah. Price eventually came back, but went below the 50% and was. So as it was coming back, then we can now watch and find our entry right here. But all these moves, I will have caught another entry, because once I see this mitigation going up like this, I will find my entry. And what time is it? Remember, I will have even done for the day. So that's another thing. I will have been done for the day on this day. Okay. It doesn't have to make sense. All right. It doesn't have to make sense. So what we have now in the larger picture, we have this big BS inducement mitigation. Do you understand? Before we were looking at this fake BS inducement. Is it correct? Definitely it is. Mitigation into the previous zone. But this now on the larger picture, we have this. This is your 5-minute structure. This is because clearly what we have here was just we have this level. How is that structure happen? Clearly on this level, what do we have? I want to see how those zones were formed. All right, this is what I have. I have this low, I have this high. I have this low, I have this, no, sorry, this. All right, this is what I have. So this, I will have said, okay, this is my turn right here. Believe me, because price is already in my what? In my supply zone, my demand zone rather. So turn up right here, then mitigation on this. Do you understand? Or it didn't, this eye was protected. So I will be more careful. There. This eye was protected. He couldn't take it out. If I thought I enter on this, and price will not take it out, is either it take me out at break even or what? Hit my stop loss. But because I see that price will not take out this eye, I'm going to be what? Either take out my money or leave it at break even. So clearly we got taken out because this is your structure point, and because price is already at what? At our demand level. Remember, this is also a demand level from this level. So that's a demand level. Price took this eye out, this. That's your term, and came back to the 50%, but it didn't hold. That did not hold. So that's what happened. Give me a minute. I want to quickly use the restroom. All right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that what you should do is when the time is getting late, Lima, when the time is after Nigerian time 6 p.m., you shouldn't be looking at the market again because you begin to see the move. Yeah, you begin to see price stalling like that. Do you understand? It can still give you something decent, but 5 hours a day is okay for me.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions so that we'll quickly do one or two things before we call it a day today. I love
That's
this question session. It's even better. It's better.
mm, the last question.
All right. So can I carry on, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. So based on what we discussed yesterday, the algo and all of that stuff, I realized that you guys are really putting it into into work already, which is very, very fine. I love it. I love and you should keep it up. All right. Because this is the beginning of your own story. Okay, so you're going to have a good story soon. All right. Now let's okay. Let me just go to what do we have to talk about today? I think the algo market structure is clear enough. Price
Yeah.
delivery is clear. Transfer of money. Yeah, price delivery and transfer of money. When price begin to deliver, money is being transferred. All right. What do I mean transfer of money by price delivery? When price is delivering like this the money was here before, and when you have another structure high like this, but the money was moved from this high to this. Do you understand? This is different to when money was transferred from the buy side like this, then price comes back. So money was here and it got transferred onto this level. It means it's on this level again. All right. So this is delivery, price is delivering bearish. Then as money is also being protected, it is also being transferred. Do you understand? So you don't have to get all those things twisted at all. You just have to understand that okay, price is giving me constant mitigation. As price is giving you mitigation, it is also creating a what liquidity for later grab. Okay, so get that right. All right. Now on that, after the algo, we have price delivery, which is the same thing as price order flow. All right. Price behavior DD slash SS. That DD is nothing but what demand and supply. It's just a code. and how to leverage a push. How do you leverage a push when you see a what? When you see price delivery outside of your what? Outside of your demand level. Let me do this. Let me go to yeah. So how do you leverage price already what is already rejecting at your zone? This is behavior into the zone like this. There is no behavior yet, there is no behavior yet, there is no behavior yet, there is no behavior into the zone. Okay, if you are selling this, you're on your own because the lows are protected. There is no reason for you to be selling anything here. The only thing you can sell this is when you begin to have this delivery. We haven't had what? We haven't had turn. But because you have this constant mitigation, after this second mitigation, don't let this pass you. All right? Don't let this pass you by, because after the third one, you might see that candle, that big candle, taking out everything, and price might just do this continue lower. Do you understand? There is no behavior, but there is delivery outside of that zone. Do you understand? So you want to take notes. Sometimes you will not see any behavior into your zone. All right? There won't be this. Take BOS inducement mitigation. Do you understand? So when you don't see this, when you don't see that, all you just want to do is wait for what? Because the zone might still be valid. The zone might still be valid. What you need to do is just wait and see if there is going to be a what? Delivery to the downside. And if you see a turn, yeah, you can clearly take your what? Take your trade. All right, after the turn. Okay, is that clear?
So báwo ló wá ṣe pé new level?
Is that clear? All right. Then structure range, which is where we have edge money. All right. Sometimes the zone is going to be induced. When the zone is induced, it's a range inducement. Okay. When you have a range like this, and price is coming back up, we induce it a bit. Because we induce it doesn't mean the price might continue going higher. Maybe like this. Price can just use that as an inducement level. Is a range that got induced, then we might start seeing price falling. And if this is coming down, you might even take out this low. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So then the edge money, how does the edge money work? The edge money works that okay in the sense that okay, price is not going to take out the eye. It's going to respect the extreme of this eye. When that happens, also it's going to take out this low, and the move is usually very violent. It's going to be dropping as though something is happening. All right. So that is going to be our edge money right at the what? At the last edge. All right. Now this also here, let me draw that again. We have structure like this, we have this, we have this. Okay. And we have another low. Okay. We have price like this. We are expecting an inducement here, right? This can also serve as your what? Edge money. Okay, it's still more like mitigation, but mitigation usually doesn't go above 50. But if it goes above 50%, it might reach this level. You even think it's going to take out this eye, because we have already induced this level. Price might just push higher because something just have to be induced in the market. That's just the whole thing. But in case this eye got taken out, then expect price to just continue higher. And if it's going higher like that, pay attention to the edge of the whole range. Pay attention, rapt attention. If you see rejection, because you are still new, if you see rejection, kindly wait for turn. All right, kindly wait for turn within that level, or you begin to see those candles forming all these tiny at that edge. When you begin to see them, sorry, I don't know why I can't drop very nicely. Look at it. When you begin to see those candles, we couldn't take out the last candle right here, last eye, okay? And price is now came back and is now giving me this kind of formation at this level. It means price is struggling to take out this. You might even be seeing that this will now mitigate this previous week, then drop, take out the low, then another candle that form will even also mitigate this, mitigate. You will see that constant mitigation. In fact, at that level, you can even see fake BOS as tiny as the wicks, as tiny as they can, but you will still see those fake BOS inducement within that level. Do you understand? So edge money, in fact, is very, very, but I hardly take edge money because sometimes I don't know. I hardly, but I have people that actually take edge money. Once they see price is coming back to the range of the market, they will want to what? Take advantage. It's going to be on limits. It's going to be on limits. Do you understand? It's going to put limits, but it shouldn't be more than 2 pips. If it's more than 2 pips, you should not take it. All right. So that's that. Then the concept of time and price. All right. That's what we haven't spoken about. So that's what I'm going to be talking about now. All right. So I will go to my chart and quickly say one or two things about that. All right. So what we mean by what concept of time and price. Now, basically, the way I trade is I trade from Frankfurt Open. All right. At Frankfurt Open, you want to see that okay, towards the end of Frankfurt, you want to see price going what either bearish, maybe the last 15-30 minutes to the open of Frankfurt. You want to start seeing price delivering to the up to the either to the downside or to the upside. Do you understand? So when I see that and Frankfurt is open, is coming up, do you know what I want to do? I want to quickly, because by the time, let's assume that okay, this is how I look at my charts. No, don't let me use this. Let me use another one. But that happens every now and then. It happens every now and then. Should I delete this? Let me look for another 3. Let me look at that time. All right. So now the concept of time and price is what I want to talk about. Okay. All right. So I have this right here. I have this. This is clearly my what? My Asian session, right? And within this Asian session, you will see that we have fake BOS, we have inducements already. And what do I have towards the end? I have this wick right here, isn't it? That wick is standing right there. Okay, this is Friday session. So what I want to see is that okay, I came to my chart. Let's assume I came to my chart 10 minutes before Frankfurt. All right, now I see that okay, price is already delivering bearish towards the end, and I can see that I have this fake BOS. No, this okay, yeah, this lower low, then this is where fake BOS happen, and price is delivering like this. All I'm just expecting to see at New York Open is that price wants to go the opposite direction for possibly what's it called? How do I put it? The true BOS to happen, because I already have my I have fake BOS right here. I have inducement to the downside. Then mitigation. I assume that okay, price might want to get to the to the 50% of the week. You see that week, all right? But is it that price cannot Price cannot induce that. Definitely, price can actually induce that week, all right? Because it's in the middle of in the market. Just like I said, I don't like taking my trade, but because I'm right at the maybe almost at the open of Frankfurt, so I'm going to be considering that okay, price is going to respect that week first. Okay, so what I'm expecting to see at Frankfurt is that price goes up like this. All right, this is concept of time and price. Does it mean that every 7 a.m. this is going to be happening? No, it could actually happen a minute, 2 minutes before Frankfurt. Price might have already done this, and you will have even seen that okay, there is manipulation set up right there. Do you understand? So if I'm buying this level, if I'm buying at somewhere here, I know that okay, I'm only expecting price to either come to this high or induce this for what? For lower pricing. The concept of time and price. Do you understand? So you have to be able to grab everything that is going on in this market. When you are following everything, okay, because as we have price moving the opposite direction in Frankfurt, when London opens, do you know what's going to happen? Two things happen at London, because some people don't trade Frankfurt. What they trade is what they trade London open and all that. Two things happen at London. We have mitigation, or what we have an inducement, or we can as well have the both. The two can actually happen. So let's just say okay, this happened like this. The price give me this kind of move at my what? At my Frankfurt. Frankfurt goes up like this. Maybe when what's it called? When London is opening, price might actually come back, induce this low. If this low gets induced, then understand that this is 5 minute structure point. No, sorry. As we have this, all right? This is 1 minute structure right here. This is our 5 minutes. Do you agree with me on that? Lower low, lower high, lower low, inducement. So we have to understand that okay, where we are having, because as you can see also, this is still an what? This is still an inducement. Do you agree? That's why I said I see my inducement and fake BOS the same way. Despite that, okay, I have this as my break of structure because price is already approaching this level. All right, that's why I'm looking at it from that angle. But because this is also another supply level that could lead to a what? Continuation to the downside like that. So two things are likely to happen. So this can actually take this out, induce that level, respect this. Do you understand? Then price will continue going lower. But based on time and price, I know that okay, price has already been delivering bearish. So I'm expecting to see price to go the opposite direction. So let's play it and see what happens. All right. So how are you going to take your trade? Now you took that level out. As you took it out, you see what happened. We actually, that's your 7 a.m. right? It's 7 a.m. already. Okay, it's still 6:58. All right. So I don't have anything to even worry about because I'm not going to be taking anything. I was actually expecting that low. That's why I said that low can actually be what? Be taken out. And did it take it out or not? It has already been taken out. Can you see that? We took it out by a few pipettes. All right. So let's see if it's going to take it out some more. Now this happened. As that happened, then price is already here. It's still yet my 7 a.m. Okay. Okay, it's already 7 a.m. So this is what you see. Then price now induce that low, then come for the 50% of this. Right? So we are at 50% of this level right here. So I can now expect to see anything. So what I'm going to do, I still haven't jumped into anything. Do you understand? I still haven't jumped into anything. I want to see rejection for me to buy. All right, this is happening. All right, now that I see this, then I can now decide to place my what? My entry after this happen. After this. At this. All right. So that's 1.8 if I'm still going to go with that. But you can just decide to make it here. All right, at the bottom of the week. You don't have to account for any spread there because it's only if you are putting on the sell limit that you can now say, okay, you want to account for spread. Do you understand? When you are selling, when you are using limit on the sell, what you should do is that you should account for spread. All right, you should account for spread when you are selling. But when you are buying, you don't need to account for anything. No, you don't need to account for spread on your what? On your buy. No, I mean on your stop loss rather. But you have to account for the spread on this. If you're, except you use a raw spread. So if you are buying and your broker spread is what? 0.3. So you account for spread on this level. So let's say I use 0.2 or something. spread. So I can just move it up a bit, because if I don't do that, then it means price might actually come and miss me, because if I'm using the open of that week. All right. So now I'm expecting price to go the opposite direction. So that's why I'm buying from that level. Oh, clearly price didn't tap me. Oh, oh, that pained me. But believe me, on this day, how did I enter? How did I enter this trade? Oh, I bought this market. All right. It is either I just, the moment price is coming back down, I measure the, because you can as well measure the 50% of this. Is either that's what I think this is what did exactly. Yeah, that's why I entered that trade on this day. After the engulfing use, I mean after the price showed that rejection. Yeah, this is what I entered. I remember. Do you understand? But in case you missed that, understand that this is the open of another zone. So anything can happen there. But the stop loss is going to be too big. All right. The stop loss there is going to be too big. Now you see how price left. This is my my Frankfurt open. You see, price is going in the opposite direction of how you got to the what. So now this happened right here. You see that? So as that is going on, I just want to pay attention to everything right there. If that high got taken out, then I will assume that okay, we've already induced that high. Okay, so based on the higher time frame, how can I add to this? Definitely I can add to the buy down here, because I have this right here, the week that is yet to be mitigated, that week. Okay, why price was going up, we have this low induced, then price shoot up after that. Do you understand? So anything, or you could as well said, okay, we have this, we have that, but all these ones got induced, price mitigated 50% of this or discount right here. So you could have said, okay, that's how your what. But on this level, I know this is the inducement candle, so price can actually mitigate it and continue. So I could have just used either the open, if it's not more than 2 pip, then if it is, then I can just find a way. I can use my what? I can enter at the open, then my stop loss is coming right here. Do you understand? Because I know that okay, it's an inducement can weak, and price shouldn't come lower to create an equal low. Doesn't mean price cannot create an equal low. It can definitely create an equal low. Do you understand? You can see the concept of time and price. Price was coming in giving me lower low, lower high to the end of what Asian session. So at Frankfurt Open right here on this candle right here. Just that price wanted to what, to tap into the demand zone before it started going on. That's why it came lower. By now, you should have seen it from this level and start going low higher. All right. So that's why I said this can happen 2 minutes, 3 minutes before, or 3 minutes or 5 minutes after. It doesn't have to be 7 a.m. my time or the normal Frankfurt Open your own time. All right. That price. Sometimes we even take like 10 minutes, 30 minutes sometimes, but based on concept and time, I want to see price delivering bearish towards the end of Asian. Then at this level, I want to see price go back, go the opposite direction. Do you understand? So that's number one way I will have what? I will have entered my trade on this day. Does it make sense, please?
Yeah, would you have seen, do you know at the bottom then, do you know how the two low candles where you got in your trade are literally exactly the same? Would you have seen that them? I'll just quickly annotate.
Come again, please.
Would you have seen this low here, and then the fact that this low here was exactly the same? Would you have seen that price can't break it, showing that they're protecting this low? And then is that how you would have entered?
Exactly, because I'm looking at it as more like price is created, and remember, when I go to my MT4, this might not be the same thing I will see on my phone. Do you understand? Because they have different pricing. So on my own phone, it might be that okay, it's a weak rejection. It might be a what? It might be that they can't even engulf the previous one. So, but based on what I will see, because I can't remember actually, now that this candle show rejection right here, this It's closing more like a railroad track based on retailer that will tell you railroad track like that. So for this candle to have a wick up here and have this, but I love it when price close above. But on this day, I think I used 50% of that bearish candle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I actually entered. But the second entry, I think I had two entry at this level. So on the second entry, this is what I saw. This fake BOS inducement. Then price mitigated something down there. So now I didn't take anything. All I just did was just to find my entry on that week. Okay.
Okay.
So 50% of 50%, that's what we're price. Don't forget that 50% of the 50%. It matters a lot.
Okay.
50% of the 50%. So that's the entry right there. And let me even see the stop loss. The stop loss shouldn't be more than it's not even up to a pip. So I can actually take it from the open of the week because I know price should mitigate it before going higher.
Okay.
Do you understand? So that's how I will have entered the buy. And as I'm buying, I'm also looking for okay, the moment this eye got taken out, I'm looking for where to take my what? To take my sell. So what can I see above there? On this day, what can I see above there? You can see okay, I have this zone right here, and I also have that upper zone. Okay, so I'm going to be paying attention to everything right there because this is going to be my what? This is true BOS. Do you understand? So once you see true BOS, then it means the manipulation setup is already completed on that level. So you want to pay, see what happens after. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So would you be still seeing as this left unmitigated for the future, or would you see that as
Yeah, price might still come. Yeah, price might still come to the 50% because if it is not mitigated now, price is coming back later on. Either to take it out completely or mitigate it.
okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
So when price is approaching that level, then I will want to see what is if it's giving me behavior into that level, then I cannot be considering that. If it doesn't, then I will let it go. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Do you understand? So that's what I will be. Now on this level, I have this zone and I have that upper zone. So what I want to do is just to mark everything, the 50% of the above, to see now price might just take this out and respect this, but I'm going to wait for my what for my reaction for any possible entry, right? So if I see it, fine. If I don't, I will wait to see. You see that this is happening at the what? Now price is showing that. What does that look to you?
Looks like a quickly show fake BOS here, and then inducement 50%, and then
It makes sense.
yeah.
But now that is happening, I just want to make sure I'm right on the correct what because sometimes when this happen, you will feel that okay, that might also what price might just drop from this level. Some people will even tell you, price has already given me a break of structure. Now all I have is what I have this either fake BOS or this as fake BOS, either this is an inducement, but here if I see this, despite that the fact that okay, price is what because I'm still expecting an inducement to happen here. Do you understand? I can still buy this market right there. But if I buy it, I should understand that there is still what money above here that can actually hold that price. Do you understand? So that's what I will just be I will be paying attention to what's going on there. But I will see this as my what as my fake POS because it's what is at supply. Do you
Okay.
understand? So I want to see what happens after. Okay, you see that we tap the upper part. So upper zone. What will I do as the upper zone got tapped? I will just see if it will give me any room to enter myself from that level, and how will I sell this and the close. All right. Maybe I can now extend it to 5 to 1.5 pip stop loss. Anything, depending on the mood though, because I have a lot of mood. So if as I'm selling now, as I am selling this, as I am selling this, I know clearly that okay, this price could actually could I either come to this level down here, right here, or it could as well come to this because I'm expecting this to be induced. Because I'm expecting this low to be induced. Remember, we just left a what? A demand zone and a major one for that matter. So I'm not expecting this price that is selling right here to take out this low. This is just a minor zone. Do you agree with me? So selling this, I'm not going to be holding it for like forever. I can when this low gets induced, then I can decide to offload everything, all my entries. Do you understand? But based on how price is delivering, that's how I'm going to react to what's going on there. Do you understand? And I'm also going to be what? Because what I'm talking about now is still nothing but what? But the concept of time and price. And what time is this? It means we have London coming up. All right. So this, if it drops from this level, then I will sell it. All right. And if it doesn't give me more room to add to myself, sometimes I can, do you know another thing I can do? Sometimes I can just, the fact that, okay, this level got tapped, as I see rejection, sometimes I can just execute straight up. All right. So, but for now, what I would just expect to happen is to expect this level get mitigated. Do you understand? So that's what I'm expecting. If it mitigates, fine, I'm going to pick it. If it doesn't, then I will let it go. All right. Let's see. Price missed that. He missed it for good. What would you have done if you are the one? What would you have done there? I'm asking you. What would you have done?
Could you have seen that as a BOS, but then it hasn't got a this one hasn't got a wick though, has it?
Yeah. Yes.
So we can't really do anything because that'd be the true BOS. So we then wait for 50% of this overall.
Okay.
Because there's no way of getting another word other than that. I don't think.
Yeah. All right. So price is delivering bearish now. I mean, price is rejecting from that edge. You see that? But as it is coming down, I know this is not going to be what, because it's not strong enough to push this price down. To me, it is not. All right. So now sometimes there are some areas that you might want to leave because the moment this low got taken out, it means the purpose has already been fulfilled. All right, because this led to a what? Inducement. This low that got taken out means this purpose, this algos has already what? Fake BOS, inducement, mitigation, then true BOS. The moment you have your true BOS, you need to see another what? Another manipulation setup before you can now say, okay, oh, you want to pick a trade. But price can also what? Mitigate and still drop like that. And but if it's dropping, where am I selling to? Remember, I'm selling to this zone, this level right here, because this is the last zone I'm looking. So price may also induce this level, then tap into this week. Anything is very possible. Okay, so this is exactly how my day goes. You see, I use the concept of time and price, and New York is what? And London is about to open. So where is London going to happen? Here. Let's see what we have at London. London. I said two things happen at London. So either mitigation. So this price that is coming down might actually come to mitigate this. All right. Then shoot higher, shoot up. So anything is very, very possible. But as price is dropping like this, all I just want to see is that okay, it tapped down my zone and reject. So price clearly came back to this level. All right. You see, it came back to that zone and what? Shoot up. As it rejected, you see, it mitigated the wick straight up. All right. I don't really like setting those limits, especially when the stop loss is much. But if I'm seeing 1 pip stop loss or what, like 1.5, 2 pip, I can still decide to risk it. Okay, it's not more than 2 pips. See that, which is fine. You can actually use your words there. And as I'm selling, I'm expecting this side to be taken out, right? So it means I must have taken something off this sell. If at because the moment this low got taken out, I'm seeing that as my what? As my inducement. What? That got induced. This is a structure point. Why is my drawing always go like that? You see that? So that's what I have there. So I'm expecting the structure point to be induced. Then for me, for to validate this trade for me, right? Despite that, I still have money in the week. Price might just not come back for it now. Might be later on that the price will now decide to come for that. I never can tell. So now as price is now delivering bullish, how will I have entered into the buy? Is when this price is rejecting, then the moment this candle close, I want to measure either the 50 or what. Sometimes I will even execute on that level. Okay, so that sometimes that's what I would do, because most times when you see that this kind of rejection, price will just not want to look back, will just be going higher like that. So now it's about 8 a.m. What do I have on what on my 8 a.m? You see that price has already what? Price has already, we left this was the last zone that we left behind right here. That's your what? That's your 50% of that. Do we see anything within the 50%? Believe me, there is nothing there. But can price use that level to drop or something? Price can actually use that to drop from this 50%, and are they being on? But I'm not sure on my what on my phone, because I use my phone. I think I have this was here, or either this, either of the two. So it was actually validating this for me, because I remember I took a trade here, I took another right here. Do you understand? So selling into this zone. Okay, I think on my phone, MT4 pricing is still the best. Anything you see on trading view, you just have to find your way around it. Okay. So now this is happening. I'm expecting price to what? To give me anything within that 50%. Sometimes I will just put my limit and use 2 pips stop loss. You see, that's very crazy of me, right? And because I know what's it called is opening anytime soon, so I will just do this on that level. Does it sound weird to you? It might not sound, but to me, I've done that over and over, and I might still do it tomorrow. So don't blame me for the things I do. It's because of what I've seen them happen over and over again. They didn't mitigate me. So that's your mitigation. If you see that it triggered that, then price dropped, took out the low as I said. You see that it took out this low. I was actually expecting this to be taken out, and thank God it took it out. You see this? Now this is looking more like what happened right here, right? This rejection right here. It still didn't get to my what, to the 50% I'm expecting price to get to right here. Did it? It didn't. Let me confirm that. It did not get to the 50%, but yet I have that rejection right there. Okay, so let me delete this. I have that rejection. What will I have done? Is that I quickly execute straight up right here, because price has already tapped. It has already taken the money below here, below this candle. That's an inducement. Okay, that is an inducement. So all the sell, I will offload them the moment they want to get to this, and I'm seeing this rejection right here. This is a rejection candle for me. So I'm going to take it out, or I might still leave like 20%, 20% on those volumes. So that's exactly what I would do. Believe me. Then I will consider the buy. I will use another 1% on the buy. All right. So as price did this, what I want to do, I've already seen that okay, price induced this low. The price induced this low already. So I'm not looking for any other thing. Okay. Yeah, I still have money down here. I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit. Because this is the open. Look at this. This is the open, and price has already what mitigated it and gave me this. I'm only expecting this. Just like I said earlier, evening, remember, price is already efficient. Despite that there is still money below here. I'm not waiting for that. So what I just want to do is that okay, price is already efficient on the higher time frame. I just want to find my entry. How do I find my entry? By executing on that. I'm executing right here. Okay, because I'm expecting either at the 50% and use the low as my stop loss right here. Okay, price hasn't gotten to this 50%, fine. But this rejection is telling me enter. If it hit me out, I will still find another entry. Okay, that's how aggressive I can be sometimes. Sometimes I might just be very, very conservative. But it's fine. The what matter is you understanding the whole thing going on in the market. Because I'm building a what story. Do you understand? So now on this level, what will I have done? Then I will just execute. You see that? Then that's it. You see that? We took out the high. The moment that high got taken out, especially we took out this zone, the whole zone. That zone got taken out. That zone here got taken out. Every time a structure point is taken out, I'm always looking for my entry. I'm always looking for entry. Do you understand? That's how I trade. So, and it has really, really been helping me. And as it took it out, then as it took the high out, where exactly is it rejecting from? Still, okay, it took the whole zone out there. So that's still what a higher time frame inducement. Okay, can you find anything that price mitigated right here? Nothing really. But if you look at this week, this one right here, this right, that structure low, this, see, don't blame me, brother. I'm just like that. I'm just like that because at the point this zone was supposed to be what, to be respected for a buy, but price broke it. You see that? Any question there? Any question? Do you
Do you
have
know,
any question right there?
do you know on your entry points, if you just go to the right? Hello?
What?
Do you know on if you just go to the right to your entry points?
Entry what? What do you say?
If you go to the yeah, go to there. So if you just zoom in on your entries.
Okay, this entry, right?
Yeah, no, like say so this one.
Market, kindly market.
I just think like, do you know when you see these like these double bottom type wicks or double top wicks, is that like a big confluence for you or
I
like
didn't see. Mark the chart. Annotate it, please. Okay, you said what?
when you see these do you know where your entries are? When you see these like double rejections,
Okay, okay.
quite a big confluence for you or
Yeah. It's a confluence for me because why am I using it as a confluence? Because I saw that something just got induced. This look got induced. The inducement matters a lot to me. I love to see inducement. All right, because when price was going higher, I'm expecting this structural low to be what, to be induced. This was supposed to mitigate the 50% but failed. So now left this structure point. So when price is coming back and induce this low, I want to see what happened immediately after.
yeah. And then when you see that, do you know how this low here, I won't say it's not, let me draw. There we go. If this low and this low are exactly the same as this low and this low, and then same as like this high. Oops, this
Sorry,
high
don't worry.
and this
Yeah.
high. That double rejection though is what I'm saying is that a confluence for you to say that price is struggling to break it, and therefore that's why you'd then
No,
take.
this price is not struggling here. This is not when price is struggling. When price is struggling, you will see more candles. This is just more like when you see this kind of when you see this kind of rejection, this is a pin bar. When this is happening, this kind of candles right here, this one right here, when it is happening at a demand level, it is not going down. It is indicating that price might be going up. Do you understand? When you see the opposite on what? When you see the opposite of that, opposite of this, possibly you see a candle on your what, has a wick above, then has big wick underneath. It is telling me that okay, what will happen, especially when when the candle that formed before this is a big candle and it is getting bigger like that. You understand? It's looking like more. Is it evening stars? All right. Evening star. This is an evening. This is morning star. Based on candles pattern.
Yeah.
Do you understand? When I say this what usually follows is something like this. You see that? It's more like that. So when I see all those retail education I see combine a lot of them together.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So when you see a candle like this, then you see the one that form immediately after it, looking like this. Do you understand? All right. This I love to have wick, and this one has wick below. When I say this, usually what forms after is going to close higher. All right. It's going
Yeah.
to close above this. So I'll quickly take advantage of that. This is morning star. This is evening. The opposite of this is evening star. So they are rejection candles. All right.
Sure.
So now on this level, you see where price came back to. Now where I marked, it was a zone in the past, but if you look at this level also, there is a wick right there. There is that wick. Let's see if price actually got to the 50% of the wick like that. Of this inner wick I'm saying, this right here, this inner wick. So let's see if that's where price is rejecting from. So you can set your limit on this kind, because sometimes you just have to just forget about the old way, that okay, this sometimes I will just do some shitty things, that okay, why are you selling me? Sometimes I will not even be able to explain it. Do you see? Look at it, at the exact 50% of that week. You see it? Do you see that? I didn't put this there. The wick was there for a reason. So price is clearly rejecting at the exact 50% of the wick. So that's to tell you that okay, all this is another rejection for me. So I can decide to place a limit on that wick, or I can just leave it to see if I will see another entry. If I find an entry, I will take it. If I don't, then I will look for another trade opportunity. I can continue like this to do the forward testing, but this is not the time for our forward testing. Just telling you the concept of time and price. Do you understand, brother?
Yeah, cool.
So then after this, what do we do? Now as price is dropping now, two things are bound to what happen. Is either it continues going lower, or what, or it takes out this low right here. You see how we are taking the highs and lows. Now this is what we have here. We have this. If you switch to a higher time frame, you will see this. We have this. We have this. We have this. We took the high out. This side that led to the low, we took it out. Now this might also be taken out for higher pricing. This right here. That's how I actually look at the market. I just want to see an inducement every now and then. When 1 minute finishes is what is inducement. Is now it will turn to 5 minutes to induce. All right. 5 minutes structure will induce, it will move to 15 minutes inducement. Then 1 hour will also come to induce the structure point. That's how the market has been going. 1 minute inducement, 5 minutes. All right. Because remember, every time 5 minutes is induced, let's try to look at it from 5 minutes point. Then every time you see an inducement on 5 minutes, then do you know what you have? You have structure points. All right. Look at this. This that happened right here. Okay. This is 5 minute structure. Where is your 5 minute structure right here? Where is your 5 minute structure? Can you mark it? Can you mark the 5 minute structure point? Okay, okay. Now you see that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. Now, based on 5 minutes, now what I have now, I have this structural high got induced. So where is that coming to? This is going to look for me. This is what fake BOS. I'm expecting the low to be taken out. Show rejection either on stay on the week or take out the week a bit, but I'm still expecting this to happen because we are rejecting from a what? from a major zone, demand zone. I'm not expecting this low to be taken out. So this sell, I'm going to be offloading my what profit somewhere here, especially at this low. That's what I'm going to be doing. So when 5 minutes finish the zone what inducement, the moment this low is induced, then we create a what 15-minute structure points. The moment this low got induced, we create 15-minute structure points. All right. So price might go higher, come back, then induce that, continue like that. So that's how price moves every now and then, every now and then. And because look at it, because this is still what major zone, so price might take out some this high right here. Let's see, could that be our 15-minute structure point? If that is 15-minute structure point, then I'm expecting that to be taken out. Yes, our 15-minute structure point. So I'm expecting that to be taken out after we leave this zone. So that might be the next zone to be what to be taken out. Let me quickly play it and see what we have. Then we continue our application. Don't worry, when we get to forward testing session, you are going to enjoy it. So I want you also to be doing the forward testing. So I will, after tomorrow, I will add you to the group. Then you will send your user, your Discord ID to me. Then I will add you. All right, tomorrow. Okay. So look at that. Price took that level out. In fact, took the entire zone out. Then what? The 50% that didn't mitigate before, okay, came to the 50% of the 50%. Look at this. This is 50% of that region that was left behind, and 50% of the 50%. Did it get to the 50 of the 50? What are you saying, guys?
I think it was also like the open of the last sell to buy as well.
Yeah, yes. So he now exactly. So this, as price induced that low, then I'm expecting this side to be taken out. That's how we ping pong the market every day. Every day. This mitigate continue.
Would you be seeing this as the fake BOS then, and then that is the
Exactly. Now, 5 minutes has already completed his own what? Fulfill his what? Purpose here, because this was taken out. Then this is 5 minute structure. This is it. Fake BOS inducement. Then this is 15-minute structure point. We need to take that out also.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
by now mitigate it, continue higher. Because
Right.
why? We are coming from a major zone, major demand zone. So that's why you see how we are inducing from 1 minute up to 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours daily. That is
Yeah.
how the inducement are actually built.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So we took it out. You see, brother, I'm so in love with this market, Joe. It's pretty. Now we left this behind, so this might now be the zone price will come back to mitigate later on, or induce rather, like this, mitigate something within this level, or induce this low as well, anything, right? But because this is a what demand level, so price might keep pushing higher until it gets to a zone that okay, it wants to what come back to take out all the low. Any questions so far?
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
All right, bro.
No.
All right, bro. Lima, I buy you. Lima, are you there? Lima has gone to sleep. Oh. All right. So now, concept of time and price. That's what I've just said. So by New York session, you should expect to see that kind of either price move, especially when towards the end of what the open of New York, price might be moving, pushing higher, and at New York, price might have already gotten to a what is a supply level that will now push price down. Okay, so that's just basically how the whole thing is actually formed. All
Do you
right.
look at do you look at supply to demand levels? Like, say, this demand held here, and then that demand held here, and then last bit of demand here, and then supply took over here, and then that's the one.
Yes, I do so. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Cool.
Let's see where this price came back to here. Let's see where it came back to. This. Now, this is where we took out right here. We took this zone out. Let's see what happened there. So that tells you everything, how I do all those things. So the moment we still have a bunch of what zones down there. So this I might got taken out and price will mitigate something here. But I'm just looking at this. For now, I want to see how price get to that level and what. Might not get there now. Clearly, let's see. Did he take it out? Didn't. Do you see that? That's just, it's as simple as that, bro. Took everything out there. So we induce everything. So that inducement is not 15 minutes, it's 1 hour inducement. All right, because this is your 1 hour structure. From this high down here, that was 1 hour. So we took it out. So after that, what do we see? Firstly, it might be that, okay, price is going to what? Because what happened, we have manipulation set up right here. So price might come back to this level, respect it, going lower. Anything is possible. Remember, we are looking out for our what? We are looking for the what? For the, what's it called? The price behavior into the zones and price delivery out of the zone. So when price got here, how would you have entered? When price got that, it clearly got to the 50%. Let's even see on the recent zone where he actually rejected from. Something will be there. When the zone wants to be broken like that, it's either we break it like this or we use momentum candle to break it. So if this happens, then if you use the last sell money there, which candle are you going to be using? Because price might not get to that level. All right, I'll come to this week right here. All right, which is still the 50% of the old zone. So that's what I always say, that okay, price might just decide not to get to where you are looking at for your entry. Do you understand? So let's see if price touches the 50% and drop. First, let me use 2 lines to see if price tap the last sell money inside of that zone. All right. So let's see which one plays out. That's why you see that price missed the upper one. This tells you that okay, it's not a must for price to get to the zone you are waiting for. Equilibrium matters a lot. So price rejected, I want to wait for mitigation and take my trade. So that's it. That's it. Oh, all right. So we talk about, we've actually covered a lot in 2 days. So then how do you do your top-down analysis? Top-down analysis is something really, really amazing. And you just have to, let me go to another, I will go to FX here, because I don't want to clean everything I have on that. Okay. Let's go back to 7 a.m. 7 a.m. which is Frankfurt to open my time. Really? Frankfurt open my own time. Why is it? Frankfurt, right here. Okay? 7 o'clock. Right here. So that's my Frankfurt open. Now you want to do your top-down analysis. How do you start? You go to higher time frame. Top-down analysis can be boring, so just be patient. Can be very, very boring. So now, based on the daily time frame, what can I see? What do I have? If you are looking at this chart now, if I want to mark my zones, I'm looking for my immediate zone to mark, not anything above that. Because if you look at this screen now, where is the highest candles that you have within this on this screen that you are looking at? Let me help you. I have this. and I also have which other one? The highest candle on this screen I have. So this is simply telling me that okay, if at all I'm looking for my trade opportunity for a day, let's say this is what I'm expecting EU to do for the day. This right here. So let's say this is where price closed. All right, this is what could actually happen on this day. The possible scenario. This is what could happen possible for this day. So if I'm marking my zone, my region, and I'm marking this level, does it make sense? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It does not make any sense to me. Even this eye, this week, that rhino week, marking it is still is far. I want to look for the immediate region that, and as you can see, price is already efficient both on the buys and the sell side. How do I mean by that? Price is efficient right here. This, we took out this low. This was the last low that got taken out. Okay, this is not efficient. Sorry, but this is not efficient. Price is yet to come back to this level. All right. So there is still other block there. I still have that other block, that supply level. Because from that low up there, it's still another block. Right. So don't get it twisted. So this level, price can either push higher. But why am I not interested on this upper part? Is because of what I explained earlier on, that when I have this skipping price, when price did this, there was skipping price within this level. Because I didn't mean this low got mitigated straight up before price dropping, then there wouldn't have been any skipping price, and there wouldn't have been what's inefficient on this time frame. All right. So it means price will have been efficient. I didn't mean this got tapped. Then I will be looking for anything below. But because price has already done what? Gave me this low, gave me this high, then this low got taken out. One. All right. So as this happened, when price was now coming back up, I was expecting this to happen, to induce this high. Price didn't induce it, but gave me just mitigated and drop again. When that happened, then price is already efficient. I'm very, very efficient, regardless what I have up here. Do you understand? So for price to have given me two levels of mitigation like that, I am efficient. I can look for trade opportunity within this leg. Right? The moment we break it. So I wouldn't be expecting it to be taken out. If it takes it out, fine. If it doesn't, then I will find an entry down here, up here, and still take my sell. Does it make sense? I mean, if you have skipping price like this is the last buy to sell, which is this on the higher time frame. This is daily low, this is daily high. Do you understand? So price skipped. We have skipping price right here. Then price never came back to that zone. So we took out the low. As the low got taken out, then I'm expecting this to what? To mitigate this level, either this hidden supply, hidden demand right here, to mitigate it and give me a what? An inducement to the upside or break of structure. Do you understand anything? But when it failed to happen, price left that and did this. It took out this low again. All right. So I'm expecting this to be induced, then possibly mitigate this. If price is showing me something different and mitigate this, then fine. Price is already efficient. Whatever you have up here is none of your business. It is only when price comes back to that level that you cannot be looking at it that, okay, oh, let me see if price is going to respect anything here. And clearly, this is this last sell money within the other block. Everything up there is what? Efficient. Aside from the 50% of the week, Rhino weeks. This week was mitigated, so this one is yet to be mitigated. But before price will actually come back to that up, it's going to take like forever. So I'm not interested in anything going on. And it's not possible for price to happen and you will take out everything all at once like that. So it's going to take time before. So when price is now coming back, I want to look within this level and see if I can find anything. Look at this. Price came back to this inner week. All right. 50% of that inner week. That's where price clearly rejected from that level. So if I want to mark, what I'm going to be marking there is this on this time frame or on this daily time frame. I'm going to be marking that week. This week that is here to be mitigated right there, and this that is here to be mitigated. Those are the things that I have within that level. for the day. All right. If it takes it out, then because 50% of this is already mitigated, 50% of this previous week is already mitigated. Then if price should take this out, except there is still money within this week on a lower time frame, it's going to take out this high as well. All right. So where is it now going to come to? It's going to either do this, respect this, or whatever you have above there. But for now, we don't have any business up there. Where we have business is here for the sell side. And if we want to look at this buy side, where do you want to look at? Right here. This I told my students, I was on a call or something with one of them. I was like, this is where I'm expecting price to come to. That was on Tuesday, price was still going up and down. So because it is already ranging, right, it's giving me ascending channel. So I know that, okay, price could either come to the 50% or 50% of the 50%. So price clearly came to the 50% of the 50% and never looked back. Since then, it has been going higher. So now, if price is going to come lower, is either it takes out this, then respect what we have below. This right here. You see that? Because that's what we have to be, what to be mitigated. Anything there. So I'm just going to be seeing how price behave within those regions and follow and just react to what price is showing. So by now, I am here and I have this week, that big week, right? This could actually be a full day, but it doesn't matter. 50% of this, that's what I will mark. 50% of this right here for the day. So when you are marking it, you don't have to actually stretch it out, right? It's only when price is approaching that level that you can now stretch it out. Because I love my chart to look very neat, to look very clean, right? So that I don't get confused of what. So that's what I'm going to do. That's 50% of the week. Then down here, I'm still going to be marking the 50% that price is here to be what? To be tapped. That is what is possible for the day. So if I see that, then I'm fine. If I don't, then we'll see how price deliver, right? That level, those two areas, that's what I can mark here on the daily time frame. What I have up here also, I will mark it as well, so that I don't get confused when price gets to that level. Demand, then supply level, another supply right here. So I'm looking at the 50% within that level. So on this time frame, I think I am done. Except price break it through, then I can now look to the. But on 4 hours, what do I have on 4 hours? You see, it's going to be boring, but believe me, you are going to enjoy your. Now, 4 hours, I have another week. So 50% of this week, I'm going to be marking it. This right here. So 50% there. You need to be using your pin to measure it correctly. If you don't use the week, you might not. So this, I'm expecting this to happen. All right. Then, so if in case, because the low is protected, we could not break the low. So what happened here is that price came for the what? Did this get to the 50? Yeah, this got to the 50, but we induced that because before the break of structure, this is what we have. We have this lower low, price did this, lower low, left this before we took out this high. No, before we took out this, sorry, this. Okay, that's my fake BOS right there. And price only came back to induce this low. Then, so when you see that this was like this, we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. So fake BOS inducement, price respected what we have below here, then it's possible for price to keep pushing higher from that level, right? So now don't get anything twisted there. Let's go lower. So this I can mark this, and this is going to be what in my supply, not in my supply level. So as I have this right here, I can now adjust this because this is the last sell money right here. Despite that, okay, on this level, price can still come to the 50% of this last buy to sell candle. Do you understand? So, but I know clearly that price has already tapped the open. So it means price is already efficient within this region. So anything is possible. Might not even return back to this zone again. And if it's coming back, it might take out everything within that region. Do you understand? So price is already efficient, right, on this time frame. And below, what do I have? Price is protecting that low. That buy is protecting it. It means price might just keep delivering to the upside. Like this low is being protected. So you should also note that this low is being protected. But yet I still have something within the 50% of what daily time frame. So on this time frame, I go back in time. What do I have? What do I have there? Okay, I have this. As price mitigated it. Let's see. Okay, price has already come to that zone, but fine. Let's just go forward. Let's go 1 hour and see what we have left. On 1 hour, what do I have? I have this. So price is right here, and everything below here is already what? Is already efficient. We have already induced. We induced this, then mitigated this. Okay, we mitigated 50%. You see how crazy those things are. Now, that candle that got induced didn't get to the 50% of the 1 hour week. Then look at what happened. This came back to it. Do you understand? Something is going to be there when you go lower. All right. So this clearly came to the 50%. Now, as I have two levels of structure, there is possibility because I have this low, I have this high. This might be induced, then we'll come for the 50% of this and continue higher. We can as well take it out. Anything is possible. But based on what I'm saying and based on how I will analyze that, what I will do is that I will just measure, I will just mark my supply zone. I just mark my demand zone right there and see what price does. Remember, I'm preparing myself for the day. This shouldn't take you more time because you are new. That's when it's going to be taking a lot of time. All right. That's why it's going to be taking a lot of time, but believe me, it's that easy. It's very, very easy. And another thing is that I don't do this every day. This top-down analysis, I don't do it. I'll just flow naturally with price. I flow naturally. Remember, I use my phone. Me marking all this on my phone is going to be very, very cumbersome. It just is what it is. So what I will do here is just the 50%, then change it to my demand level. Mark that. Don't forget that, okay, there is still money down there, all right, where we did not mitigate on that demand level. So it's possible that price will just break that and go higher. You see how I'm marking them? So, hold on, give me a minute, please. Sorry, guys. So you see how I'm marking those zones. You see how I'm marking it, and this is telling me that okay, everything below here is already what? Is already efficient. Now, because this was an inducement, and I'm expecting price to push lower right here. Inducement should lead to a what? A new low. And based on what price was doing, you see, we're breaking previous low. But here, price is struggling to what? To break it. So that is calling my attention that I might see this start happening rather. You see this? This might happen and see price buy to that zone. Okay, but for now, based on this is what I'm going to mark. Despite the fact I know that okay, I still have money down there on the higher time frame. You see that? So on this time frame, if price is coming down here, I'm not going to be buying, except price is struggling to break this low. That's when I can now consider any buy there. Do you understand? I want something to be induced. I need something to be induced. You see this higher high, higher low, higher high, inducement to push up. Does it make sense? Despite the fact that we just induce, or sometimes you might just see this, respect this, and continue that because we just induce. Most time when the inducement just happen, We won't see another inducement, but this, I'm expecting this low to be induced. But if price is struggling to break it, then I will find an entry for the buy. All right. But that's going to be based on how price is behaving. So after this, where else do I have? I have this hidden what? Hidden hidden supply right here. I have this right here. I have this hidden supply that price could actually what? Could respect. Okay. But when price is coming up, I am expecting that to be induced because it's going to be a structure point on either 15 minutes or 5 minutes. So something has to be induced for if our top price wants to go lower, right? If that's the level that is going to be induced, then 50% of this whole zone, that's your what? That's your supply level. This is the supply level from this low up here. So above that 50, I have the 50%. So I can now mark that for price to induce this, then respect this level. Do you understand? I hope it's making sense, guys. So I can now mark this level up there for where's that tone is coming? It's disturbing me. So all right, so I'm just going to do all those. You see, I'm marking those zones. I'm preparing myself for the day. Okay. Now, if this happen, just don't forget that okay, we have this week right here, and I have this zone. So I just have to cover everything, or I have them marked separately. But what I want to do is just so I will just use a line right here to see what's going to happen. Okay, because I know that's another zone for me to that up. Okay, so because this low is struggling to break this, okay, as this was an inducement, I was expecting it straight to break the low, but because price is already struggling, it is struggling and delivering to the what, to the upside. So that's your price delivery bullish. All right, so now we go to after 1 hour. I don't go to any time frame aside from what, 15 minutes. All right, after five, because 30 minutes and 1 hour share almost the same structure point. All right, but the difference is just that we'll have more candles on 30 minutes than we'll have on what, 1 minute, on what is it called, on 1 hour. Yeah. So now here, this is what I have. Let me close this. It's really disturbing. That ping. I don't. Sorry, guys. I'll just try to. I want to close my what? I want to close my quit. Yeah, so that noise will stop for now. So I have this. I'm expecting this low to be induced. All right. Now I have this candle right there that could actually what price could actually mitigate it. So I can adjust this. Delete the one here. All right. Delete that. Don't forget that okay, we can actually induce everything and still come lower. Okay, if there is still money below. So just have to be flexible and don't feel that okay, because I'm saying this and that, that's how price should be able. Okay. All right. So now when I go to this 15 minutes, I see okay, I see that okay, down here everything is already efficient aside from the week. All right, this week right here, everything is already efficient where I marked before. But below there, you remember we still have some money that can actually watch, that can still hold price when it is coming up. But on this time, on this particular time frame, I can't see any other thing to mark. I cannot see any other thing to mark here. So what I just want to do is just go lower and see. And because I see constant mitigation within this level, I'm going to move my what, my box down here, because this is the last buy before the move, before the drop. So that week I'm going to be what, I'm going to be moving it, adjusting it a bit, because price can get to that level and reject from that level. So we'll not feel that why did price reject from this level? So you have to learn how to adjust some things on your chart. When your zone is like this, when you have a zone like this, let's say this is the zone I have, but I saw that okay, price broke the low, broke the buy candle, went lower, then this mitigated. Do you understand? That's mitigation. The first mitigation will make me to what, move my zone down to that low. But price still mitigated again. We broke this week low, price still went into the zone, still drop. You see how I'm adjusting that? Then I will still now move it to the last zone where we had last mitigation. So that's what I'm going to be marking here. Then we can now go to what, to our 5 minutes, because I can't see any other thing here. I'm expecting all these levels, despite the fact that they are still on, they are supply zone. They are my supply zone. Supply, all right, 50% is yet to be mitigated. So I'm going to mark it. You see, it's a lot of work, but once you master it, it's going to be very easy for you to do. And that's the zone, and I have another zone up there. So let me also mark it. Then we'll go to 5 minutes and quickly round up. Okay. The fact that you guys really you grab the whole thing fast, I so much appreciate it, and it means you pay attention, and you put it to work. All right. So now this is my 15 minutes. Don't forget I'm marking the 50%. All right. So has already mitigated the open, like you see here. This open has already been mitigated. It means price is already efficient. Price might not return back to that level, so we never can tell. All right. So now we go to what, to 5 minutes. What can I see on 5 minutes? Is there any other thing that is calling my attention? Attention. Is there any other thing? Like right here, mitigated. Okay, this week is there. This week down here, let me delete this. This week down there is still there. The week below is still very, very much. You can see the week I'm talking about. This week down there, the last week, this one right here. It's possible for price to still come back to it. So don't, any week you see in the market, please always pay attention to those week, those weeks you get. So I have that. So anything is very, very possible. So now this is my 5 minutes, and what time my Frankfurt is about to open. I will go to 1 minute, because I will still see zones on 1 minute that also needs to be what, to be paying attention to. All right. So I have this. I have all those micro. Those micros also, just annotate them like that. But I'm not expecting, because you see price is already delivering the what, before my Frankfurt open, delivering bearish. So I'm expecting price to what, either take out the low, that low, or you see that. So that's what I'm actually expecting to see. But for now, let's see what happens. And clearly we see that okay, price is already what, is already at the 50% of this week. Either we induce it. Okay, I'm on FXCM. I was like, how is it looking like this? So now is either we see this low be get induced and respect this, or the entire zone will be induced. So anything, just understand that okay, price, another session is about to open, and anything is very possible. So let's just see how price. You see how I mark the ozones, and I did all my top-down analysis. That tells me that okay, I've already prepared my zones for the day. When price, now look at this. When I get to 1 minute, you see that price has already mitigated most of these zones. What I will do, still adjust. Do you understand? This is the zone. This is where price has not been mitigated. So that's what you have there. Then we can now carry on with our what, and don't forget this level. Okay, this should be what, should be like this right here. Adjust it. Okay, this is my 1 minute. This is what I will have here. Do you understand? So then I've already done my top down analysis. Then when price now open, then I expect to see what is going to happen. Where is it going to reject? I don't know. But don't forget that this price is clearly rejecting, and because we induced this flow also. So that could also lead to a what, bullish move. Price might be delivering bullish. All right, might be delivering bullish. We never can tell. So all you just want to see is that you flow with price. Okay, you flow with price. At 7 a.m. just open. What I want to see is that okay, price. I've already have marked all the zone there. Then now look at what happened, because I didn't mark this. That's why price. Look at it. It's respecting this week. I should have marked this level, but I didn't, which is fine. All right. this last week right here. I should have marked it, okay, because that's
Uh,
where the last money is.
Rhino, what's it called on FXCM? Price didn't induce this, but on Oanda and most people's MT4 or it went lower.
Yeah, yes, I know. I know.
Sorry.
That's why I even if you want to, I don't advise people to use what I don't advise. I don't advise people to use FXCM, right? Except it's your broker. If it is not your broker, kindly use Wanda for your analysis. So price is respecting this on FXCM, but on Wanda I took it out, so it's fine. So as price rejected like that, then you will find your entry. Okay, you'll find your entry right there. So then that's just how to do your top down analysis. Then you now flow with price. You flow as this is the Frankfurt Open right here. Okay, 7 o'clock my time, and price is now delivering bullish. This level right here, I'm not going to be looking at it for anything. All right. One, why am I not going to be looking at? No, I will definitely look at it, because why am I saying that is because I have this structure point, this right here. Because as price got taken out here, this may actually hold price to what? Because if this is taken out, then that's your turn. Do you understand? So you have your turn. Price might now come back to continue higher. Anything. So I'm just going to be paying attention to that level and see how you see how I did the whole top-down analysis. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So that's how you are going to be doing yours whenever you want to do the top-down analysis. And so as price is now taking out every high is there, then I want to wait and see, okay, where else do I have? I know that, okay, this is my what? This is my 5-minute structure point. All right. So I'm expecting price to at least respect something within this zone. So where is the last sell money? The last sell money is here, right here. So if price respects it, fine. If it doesn't, then we'll see. All right. It's exactly the same thing we did the other time. So you don't have to go just to. I only did that to is because it's something we are going to be doing over and over again. Because when we are doing for testing, that's we have to mark out those zones first before we do our for testing. This is only telling you that okay, this is how I look at the market when I first started. But now I don't even mark. I just want to know that some zone I will just use a horizontal line like this. I'll use a horizontal line and see what happens. Alright, that's what I do. Uh, shouldn't get it twisted. You see that? This thing is easy, bro. So easy. So if I had not prepared myself, if I had not marked this zone, I wouldn't have known what is going on there. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the essence of you marking out those zones. And remember, this is very, very different to how you mark all your zone, your supply and demand. It's very, very different. All right. We mark the whole zone, then 50% is where we think that okay, majority of money is what is eating. All right. So that's it. Any question, please?
No, I'm happy with that.
Okay. I hope you enjoy the class, especially the question, those massive questions Ibn came with. He asked me a bunch of questions, and I love it. I love it, bro. Yeah, it's good. Let's do the thing. It's as simple. You don't have to complete. You see, I'm not even saying any indicator. I'm not saying anything. Your eyes is the best indicator you can use is your eyes. The best indicator is your eyes, bro. The best indicator you can ever use. And I'm not even see. I'm not. Do you see me say mid range, Asian mid range, Asian high? No, all those things. Forget it. Once you understand the inducement manipulation and all that, that's all you need to know. All right. Is it a must for price to reject at 50%, 50% mid range? No, it's not. But if there is a reason, if you have a build up like maybe you have fake BUS before the mid range of Asian session, you have fake BUS to the downside. Maybe the mid range is up here. All right. Let's say this is fake BUS right here. Fake BUS. Then you understand, and you have your mid range somewhere here. You understand that okay, the inducement is coming up to what? To take out to reject at the zone. So don't get it twisted. Anything like mid-range price will do what it wants to do. Sometimes we will take out the low and I mean won't will not even take out the high. Sometimes we'll take out the two, both the highs and the lows. It's fine. Once you understand this, the whole concept, then everything becomes easy for you. You don't have to complicate anything at all. Simple as ABC. Before you buy, before you sell, do you see manipulation setup, price behavior? Yes, if you see, then if you sell and you still lost, you know, and you lost, do you know what happened? That's just a natural thing. You didn't do anything wrong. It's very normal. So that's it. As your top-down analysis, then we'll get to see. I was able to gain value, brother. Yeah, those questions were so powerful. Evening. Lima is saying he gained a lot of value from the question and answer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good.
Definitely. He's asking me if he can survive trading only. I have people that are doing that, trading only Asian session. But what you want to do, you know, you are in Nigeria and by 10 to 12, don't trade because the spread is going to be crazy at that time. You know, because that's the beginning of the Asian session. So a lot of market has to close and reopen. So that's you have a wider spread then. By the time it's getting to like 12:30 my time, then market will normalize. Then you can begin to look for your what manipulation setup within that zone. Believe me, it will. You can definitely trade there. All right. Any other question, please?
Thanks so much.
Yeah, brother. You're welcome. So tomorrow, what we're going to do, we'll still talk about the concept of time and price. We can now go back in time and see few days, all right, to see how price. In fact, when you go home now, I think that's what you should do. When Frankfurt is about to open, see how price was delivering then. If manipulation setup has already happened, let's say this is the end of your what Asian session and you already have this. Let's say price was coming from the upside and you have fake BS already, and price has done this before. Look at this. Before you have you have your demand level down here, and price has already done this before the open of Frankfurt, and it has already mitigated like this. Don't expect this to break lower. Just expect price to keep delivering bullish. Because this is your fake BOS inducement that it came to the demand zone, rejected, and it started delivering bullish. So just flow naturally with price. When you open your chart at Frankfurt, the very first thing that I do personally, I want to look for the algo structure on the larger picture. All right, like this Friday, how did I look at it? Look at this. I have on this Friday. How did I look at that? Okay, just the same thing I said the other. This right here. I saw, okay, I have this fake BOS. This is the low. This is the low that led to the fake BOS. Then I'm expecting this low to be taken out. And price is coming towards the end of my end of Asian session. So we're expecting this to happen. So mitigation, price mitigated, came back to respect this level or take it out. Yeah, I took this out, then take out the high. Means that's your mitigation, 5-minute mitigation that happened there. So that's just it. Any question? By 7 o'clock my time, we'll call it a night. We'll see again tomorrow. It's the same. Is the time still okay? Why I don't fix class during my training time is because I like being focused. When I'm trading, I don't like anything that will get me distracted because I'm reading candle by candle, candle by candle. So either it's going to be difficult for me to be talking or saying, replying to some messages. In case you are chatting me during my trading time. From Frankfurt Open, I trade 5 hours. So after the 5 hours, you can send me any message and I will reply you as soon as possible. All right.
Mhm.
Any questions?
You not really trade New York then?
Is that what?
You not really trade New York session then, or? Yeah.
I don't trade New York session. But if I open my chart and I see trade opportunity, I might still take it. On Friday, I took some trade now that during New York session. But I just don't want to post on my gram again. I just felt, won't they feel that this guy is even showing himself? I'm telling you. I saw trades. I sent to Luke now. You saw the trade I sent to you. So
Yeah, because I was
I think
looking at the same well, and then you just sent me a screenshot of your MT4. I was like, oh, okay.
so I I wanted to post it, but I just said no, there is no point. Is it
Yeah.
to convince people to come and join me or something? No. Just trading is easy. Thank God for this education. It makes the whole thing to be easy.
It's easy for you.
And because it's easy for me and it's been easy for a lot of other people, it will be easy for you too.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
That's why I'm holding you by the I am holding you by the hand to help you get there. Right?
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you back home? Are your kids?
Oh, they're good. They're good. They're
I
downstairs.
just
Thank
stay
you.
there. All right, guys. In the absence of questions, I think we should call it a day. All right. So much appreciate every one of you. And let's go back to our chat and kill it. Let's pieces everything and rearrange it, put it back together to make it a whole. So let's do it. We are the best, right? We are one of the 5%, right? That win in this market.
Is it same time again tomorrow?
Same time tomorrow. Yes. Or do you want us to have it earlier? Possibly by 2. That 2 is going to be 2 hours lesser to today's session.
I don't
All right.
mind. As long as it's after 12 o'clock for me, I'm fine.
All right.
So just whatever suits everyone else.
2 p.m. is fine, please.
2 p.m. is fine. Evening, how about you?
Sure. So yeah. Wait. So your time you're doing it at 4? So now it's 2.
Yeah, it's 2.
Okay. Yeah. All
it's
right.
fine by you, right?
Huh?
It's okay by you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's meet by 2 tomorrow. So we might have others also join us so that let's kill it together. Let's learn and change our
Okay.
life. All right,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Yeah,
Okay,
bye.
thank you. Bye.
Appreciate it.